All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Yu Yu Hakusho, episode 84. Holy shit!
Kurama.
Kurama, you cold son of a bitch. Yep. Game Master, sorry, you chose wrong. You were able to choose a side that could actually affect the fate of the world. Therefore, you're old enough. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dead.
Yep. Because Kurama is not Kuwabara. Mm-hmm. And that was a us or you kind of situation. Mm-hmm. So
there we are.
Okay.
And yep. Now we're staring down 3 of the enemy right now.
Yep. Potentially 4 if the doctor decides to
not yet.
Do some shit.
The doctor is clearly on his way, but I mean, it's possible that he'll be stopped at the entrance though.
Right. Or maybe he's just like, nah, they left me to die. I don't need to deal with them anymore. They can handle themselves.
Yeah, he just ends up being a problem down the line or something like that.
Right.
Who knows? But, okay. Sensui and Gatekeeper, at the very least, are going to be the front lines.
Right.
Gourmet is still, with Kuwabara, but they're, like, directly underneath the developing portal.
Right. Which does not need to be channeled anymore by Itsuki. So,
yes.
So it's probably self-sustaining. So that's fun. That's good.
So at the very least, we'll see probably some shit in that regard rather quickly here.
I would think so.
But given that their abilities are based on territory, for the most part,
how do they fight together?
Yeah, whose territory is going to take priority here? How are they going to work together? I'm really curious about how they fight against a crew of them when they could just decide to fan out and attack from multiple angles and stuff.
Stop them all. Yeah.
Unless this is going to go full like Tron or something and Gatekeeper is suddenly like takes them all into an empty space or what have you.
I feel like if someone were to have the most powerful territory, low key, I feel like it would be Gatekeeper. Like, even more than potentially Sensui or Game Master. Like, because, barriers, man. Like, especially when they're on a timetable.
Barriers?
Well, I mean, Gatekeeper, so gates, so like...
you're thinking of gates way different than
what I'm thinking. Like portals?
I'm thinking portals. Now you're thinking with portals. I think it's just going to be the thing of, like, spaces and stuff that they have to then jump through and navigate.
His territory is he takes you outside of the cave again, No. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, it just suddenly becomes a minefield of portals that take you to random parts of the world.
That would be crazy.
Like, don't you dare split the party.
You might end up in Mexico or China or, the Philippines, you have no idea where you'll end up.
Dragon Ball where everyone can just fly with the energy coming from their feet.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, so y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yo, come over here, Yusuke. I've got popcorn.
I got this dope movie. Yeah, pressed for time.
Those demons are just lining up for a shot at us. In case you're feeling you've done this before, don't. The world ahead of you is nothing like May's castle. They have tapped into the true depths of Demon World. Ordinary humans will shrivel up just by inhaling its rotten wind.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Surrender!
Vietnam?
Maybe.
The most repulsive part is they weren't even fighting for anything real. They were killing out of fear of an idea that threatened their greed.
Oh, shit. I think... Like, it is kind of...
And then the whole thing wraps up with a rather beautiful song.
That's oddly inappropriate.
I've always thought it symbolized hope, which is why I've timed the tunnel to open up when the music begins.
What? He's saying we only have 30 minutes?
I think that might be a bait to make them, like, move faster, too, and be reckless.
Sure, put pressure on them.
How's Mr. Itsuki standing up?
He does have legs.
But every time I've seen him since I was first brought to the cave...
What if they're already in Sensui's territory or something, and this is an illusion?
The portal is alive now. It's out of my control.
Oh, okay.
When the time is right, it will manifest on its own.
Okay.
Even if I wished to, I couldn't stop it.
Yeah. It's too late.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so
such a
you're
cool
gonna have
angle.
B-class demons regardless. The only question is will there be anything beyond that?
Get away from their hands! Don't you think I'm trying? I want to eat my sea demons!
Now, Gourmet probably wouldn't want him to be eaten either, because then they'd lose his power.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness you're back. Give me a full report. How did it go?
Well, this is
We
a
made it
child's
halfway
corpse.
down. No one on our side was hurt.
Urameshi and the others should have reached Sensui's hideout by this point.
Oh, dear, I almost forgot. Koenma's gone into the cave, too.
Yes. We passed him on the way back up here.
He had such a determined look on his face. He said he might remove his pacifier for this.
Wow. Have things really gotten that bad?
Yes. So tell me, Master Genkai, what actually happens when Koenma takes away his pacifier?
Thank you, yes.
Beats me.
Oh.
But I know this. That tunnel opens soon. Time to show your mettle, Yusuke.
When the judgment comes, you simple apparitions can eat whatever you like. Until then, don't spoil dinner.
Yeah. Whoa. Melting the demons specifically.
Spare me the pep rally. You're gonna kill people you were supposed to protect.
My job was to protect the universe as a whole, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I've been trying to enlighten you, Yusuke. Don't you remember the doctor's words? Humanity is a disease.
Here it is.
Okay.
Can't you guys do this debate thing after you're done saving me?
Yeah.
Killing humans can't be that horrific to you, Yusuke. You'd have killed the doctor if Genkai hadn't been there. And Kurama killed a human child.
We had to. It was for the greater good.
Oh.
That's what I've been hoping you would say.
Yeah.
And what if every human was bad?
I don't deal in what ifs.
Oh. Oh,
All right.
hell yeah.
Nice.
Mr. Makihara.
Huh?
Oh.
If you can kill Mr. Makihara right now, I'll give Kuwabara back to you unharmed.
What?
Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Say yes, say yes.
It's your choice. If you
Interesting.
refuse the challenge, I'll deflect any other attack you make by using Kuwabara as a human shield.
Oh. Nice. It's
Damn.
Kuwabara or him. Oh, whoa, he's
a big dude.
Don't trust Sensui's word. We'll make a push for Kuwabara the first chance we get. In the meantime, just play along.
Okay.
Almost got his cool back.
yeah.
Good. We can't afford to have him flipping out.
And he's already gone.
Touching, see, man. You want to save Kuwabara so very badly because he saved you. But at the same time, you're terrified of letting Sensui find out how much your new buddy means to you, aren't you?
What?
You're scared Sensui will kill him to punish you for being a traitor.
Whoa.
Okay.
But you've got a juicier one, don't you, Kurama? You're a lot more torn up from killing Game Master than Yusuke believes.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
Not only are you riddled with guilt, you're embarrassed. Yoko Kurama would never be so weak.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Just lifting thoughts straight from our brains. The only one I know who can do that is...
Oh shit. He ate him.
Uh-huh.
Bingo.
Wow.
Hey, Flimsy, haven't you wondered where he's been since the hospital let him out?
Oh my god.
God damn. Holy shit. That's terrifying.
Eating my teammate? That's on my ass kick list. I'll take this one, Yusuke. And don't argue. I am not in the mood. Whatever
Okay.
you say.
So you guys fan out while I do this?
Well, we don't know what his territory will do yet. I think Kurama's just, he knows he's not going to do this slowly. He's going to do this quite fast.
I'm surprised that Sensui is gambling such an important chip here, though.
Might not be important at all.
Yeah.
It's all just time that they're wasting.
Right. But he needs to have Kurama or Kuwabara hit the barrier.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's gonna transform.
That's weird. He's not thinking anything.
Oh shit!
He just flatlined his
Oh
thoughts.
my god! Holy
Oh my
shit!
god! Hiei's not shocked at all. Hiei's just like, yep.
He took out Gourmet so quickly. I didn't see the whip till it was all over.
Mental note. Never tell Kurama he's letting his fox side down.
Rely on impulse, and not even your thoughts can betray you. Now come out, Toguro.
Oh, shit.
I wouldn't notice. I could smell your stench since we entered the cave.
Oh, shit. Yeah, older Toguro, yeah. Oh, shit!
God damn.
Good, Kurama. It seems your powers have improved even in your
human
form. The fantastic tale starts months ago when a man driven to insanity by a whore and her student hurt his dear old brother. I regenerated slowly in the sea, sending out a special energy wave. I was resigned to wait for years, but my rescue was surprisingly quick. A human of all things. But he said he could give me my vengeance.
When Toguro told me about the many achievements of the new spirit detective Yusuke Urameshi, I could feel the hands of the universe tugging at my arm.
Whoa.
Okay.
In the trial against humanity, the defense now had an able attorney. At last, I could begin the sentencing.
Well, shit.
His eyes.
Since we gathered up a bunch of these new psychics for his plan, including this brainless lump, you see, we both agreed my regeneration was taking too long. I needed another body. So since we let this ogre take me, making him think that I was the one being betrayed, merciless, really. The poor ape had no idea what he'd swallowed.
Bad food. Yeah.
The best was when he realized what was happening. That's when he became afraid. Fear is pleasure enough from the outside, but I felt his terror from within as I slowly took him over. It was palpable.
God.
A fear so thick I could eat it.
That is enough.
Did he lose his other powers because Gourmet is dead, but this is just Toguro?
We don't know. He might have them all.
And now it ends.
Uh-oh, the fox thinks he can finish me.
God, this is so horrifying.
Yeah.
Than before. Yes. Recovering from what brother did to me
Yeah.
has made me stronger.
Yeah.
Now I can regenerate from anything. Even if you pierce my brain and heart, I'll still survive. I'm invincible. Thanks to this lord, I can absorb any power I want. I'll start with yours.
Shit. Okay. Right, because he's the brain for him. So even if you destroy the head, it doesn't matter. Like Gourmet's head doesn't do anything. What?
He's transforming.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. It's time.
Let me guess. He brought roach spray? No, you fool. It's a smoke screen. One of his older tricks.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Basic blindness, you know?
Yeah.
Can't hit what you can't see.
You've regained your calm now, Kurama. That prized calm that normally makes you such a deadly foe, able to keep your poise and outwit anyone. But now, with poor Murota helping me, it will be your doom. I found you! Your thoughts tell me exactly where you are!
Shit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Decoy?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sorry. Was that supposed to hurt me?
What?
So your body is tricky like mine, is it, folks?
This butt is not censored. Oh, okay, there we go.
What's wrong with you? Why don't you scream and die?
Why wouldn't you die?
They don't even care.
That's it, I'm going in. If it pisses off
Nope,
Kurama,
nope.
he can
He ain't
soon
stopping.
wait.
Yeah.
Why don't you look to your left?
Die, fox! Die!
Kurama?
Just casuals, crowd control.
What does that mean? I'd sure like to know who he's screaming
Is he
at.
tearing
Got
himself
any
apart?
creative Ideas.
Oh. Holy
What the
shit.
fuck?
Why won't you die? Damn you, fox!
It's the sinning tree.
The sinning tree? Sounds a bit heavy.
It ensnares your mind with hallucinations of wickedness. while it sucks away your life.
Wow,
Holy
that's freaky.
shit!
He still thinks he's fighting you even now? But how did you get him hooked up on it?
I used my rose whip to plant the seed inside him when I took off Gourmet's skull.
Wow. Talk about planting a head.
Okay, Yusuke, that was pretty good.
Clever.
That's pretty good.
The smokescreen wasn't only to mask your whereabouts. It was a catalyst for the tree's hallucinations to take effect.
I didn't want to leave things to chance.
That was the double tap.
Certainly is.
All along.
Mr. Itsuki.
That boy's eyes. Immeasurable mercy and guilt hidden deep behind. The tree won't stop until its host is dead. But as you said, Toguro, your regenerative powers make you unable to die.
Which will go first?
You will suffer for eternity here, torn between your hate, your agony, and so be it. Rogues like you deserve to be damned.
Holy fuck, Kurama!
Oh my god.
He did this in minutes! Minutes!
Yeah. Holy shit.
Kurama!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Boy.
Like, we always knew that Kurama was the most competent of the group, for sure. But also, holy shit.
Like, the ways in which he basically ends fights immediately.
And completely.
The idea that Kurama is, in some ways, the limitless potential for, devious murder,
right?
And by any means necessary, is the kind of thing that probably was why, the Koenma and company needed spirit detectives. Was they were like, there are demons out there like Kurama,
exactly,
and they're not possessed of any kind of goodness. So
imagine if Kurama was the enemy. That would be kind of a problem.
I love that, though.
Yeah.
The fact that we have ridiculously strong and very, very cutthroat protagonists leads to these really cool kind of questions of, does Kurama ever go too far?
Sure.
And it's like, well, you could make an argument, maybe. But the thing is that we don't have to make that argument because generally the people Kurama does this to deserve it.
Yep.
But just previously, in the last episode, Kurama killed a child because otherwise the world would end.
Right.
So, yeah. Yu Yu
It's-
Hakusho, keep making us have those moments of like, okay.
I absolutely adore how Togashi is doing, I feel like, his classic subversion of expectations with traditional shonen, where it's like, oh, hey, you have all of these people that are like really strong and stuff, and the protagonist will have to fight them before they can fight the big bad of the arc.
Sure.
Cool, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's an effective...
It's probably going to be a duel between
pattern,
Yusuke and Sensui, sure.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
But since we know that the protagonists are going to get through the people that are in the way, how do we make it so it's still interesting? Well, keep them short, for one.
Keep them very short.
Keep them very
Way
short.
to go.
But two, maybe make it so that it's not about whether they beat them, it's about how they beat them. And if you think about it, with everyone that they've faced so far, the most traditional, straightforward actually was the Doctor.
The Doctor,
And that was because it was a question of, will Yusuke kill somebody? That's something that makes the conclusion of it a very gripping, thing to think about, even if you know that the Doctor is going to lose, right?
Yeah.
But then with Sniper, oh yeah, Yusuke was being toasted until Hiei comes in, saves him, kills Sniper.
Yep.
Seaman, right? Oh yeah, what are we gonna do? Kuwabara reaches his heart, right? And he rescues him and all that stuff, and it's wonderful. Game Master, fucking dead.
Just dead.
Just
now killed by his own game.
Killed by his own game. But it's then not about whether or not Game Master will be defeated. It's the consequences and character implications of the fact that he was defeated in the way that he was defeated and all that stuff, right? And then here we get Gourmet instantly gets his head taken off, right? Because Kurama's just that cold and can just not think, right? Okay, cool. And then it's like, oh yeah, Toguro brother. Nope. You were also already taken care of.
Yeah. I also love the observation from Itsuki afterwards. The idea that the terror of Kurama is not that he's powerful, not that he has a limitless arsenal of ways to manipulate plants and stuff. Because he's essentially a druid caster, but he, instead of having wild shape, he basically has plant shape that he can just make from any of his things that come from his thorn. That's his casting implement.
Right.
I love Kurama's power set in that it is probably the most kind of tool belt of bullshit. And yet I love it. So.
And also, you could totally hold a bunch of different seeds in a small space.
Yeah, totally. But we're never going to know what they are until he uses them. But the idea that the thing that makes him so terrifying is not that. It's the thing that when his mind was read, everything that was read was exactly what Kurama wanted him to read. Meaning that it wasn't just the surface thoughts. It wasn't just the thoughts underneath those. The layers went so deep to the point that the telepathy was useless.
That is one of the most, like, anytime that is brought up in storytelling, I love it so much.
Same.
Like it's something that whenever I'm thinking about making my own stories that has any kind of telepathy shenanigans in there, I'm like, I want that in there. Because of course that would be in there in some way, right?
But you have to really build that up over a long period of time. Kurama didn't have that built up overtly by anything in this arc or what have you. This is just something that we've come to know and appreciate about Kurama, is that Kurama holds many sides to himself.
Yes.
Many different contradictions and things about his character that are held in a being that is ancient, that is old. And yet he's on our side. And yet we've seen some of the most merciless murder come from Kurama than anybody else in this story. Really, even than the villains. And yet, when it comes down to it, he's with us. He cares about humanity. He really loves Yusuke and this world. So he's going to do his best for that.
Yep.
And that means maybe he's going to tread upon the corpses of a few humans to get there.
Right.
And in some ways, I kind of am loving the iconic flip of what's going on here, in that you have, a demon, Kurama here, trying to save the world, humans, from humans who are trying to bring demons. Like, there's this really cool inversion that's happening that's just... I love it. It's delicious because it's Sensui who's carrying the plot of this arc by being this inverted protagonist. He is the one that was the best of us. He was the hero. And now everything's been flipped, and he's now the worst of us. And he's bringing basically a form of judgment as you're all the worst.
Right.
And I'm going to
protect everyone else from you.
Right.
Which is that's a great way to showcase it, right? And I love how he's trying to get under Yusuke's skin, and he's like, well, what if all of the people were bad? And he's like, I don't deal in what ifs. There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
It's
get fucked. Your philosophy is easily stopped by a one-liner.
Exactly. And it's that thing of where we can totally see where Sensui's coming from and how he has this ideology, and yet it really doesn't practically hold a candle to it's not applicable.
You forget the person right behind you, Sensui, is proof enough that you're wrong. That's one there.
Yeah.
Kuwabara saved Seaman. He didn't try to take vengeance or anything like that.
Who cares if everyone has the potential for that? That doesn't mean that they'll actually do that.
Right? But the idea that Seaman could directly challenge Sensui here and be like, you're wrong. Kuwabara saved me. And he could be like, what was his motivation for that?
It doesn't matter to Sensui, though. Skin. Because Sensui is entirely dealing in what ifs, right? That's people could do this. People do this.
But that's the thing. That's the thing about Sensui. I think from Sensui's mind, he can't see it as a what if. There's a couple factors that I feel like are really, really being hinted at here with Sensui here. He, as a person, has absorbed the essence of what Chapter Black is.
Right.
He basically has drunk his own Kool-Aid, and he's dying off of it, basically. But it's something where, he feels like he's finally awake, maybe.
Right. So sane people don't think they're crazy people don't think they're crazy. They think they're getting saner.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Just because you might think you're getting saner doesn't mean you're crazy, but that is a very indicative aspect of someone that has been broken mentally.
Right. If you ever wonder whether you're going crazy, you're not.
You're okay. You're okay. Yeah. Personally, I have had friends who went off the deep end where it's the thing that they had to go to rehab, they had to go through like multiple years of like all this stuff. Going crazy is not something that is something that's questioned. It's obvious when it's happening. It's very obvious. Second, the idea that if Sensui is the one that sees this as this is a done deal. This is straightforward in this regard. I think in some ways he would have some pretty hard like internal evidence, if you will, like something about his own experience.
Sure.
Because he's
like the backstory bit or beyond that.
Well, no, it's the idea that his philosophy doesn't work if he has no self-awareness. Meaning, let me do this in a positive.
Yeah.
In order to have his philosophy keep him from killing himself,
right,
he has to have a modicum of self-awareness as to where things are kind of askew.
Okay, sure.
But I think the reason why he is the like avatar of this philosophy, this dream or what have you, is because he has something internal that is basically this is my guiding star. This is the thing that basically makes sure that I am dead set on this here. This is not just once this is all over, I'll succumb to the demons and let them judge me as well.
Yeah, he actually still sees himself as doing the good thing.
Exactly.
Of saving everyone else, which inherently contradicts his philosophy.
Right, which means, in my opinion, he should have something internal that is beyond just what he's given us. Something that is basically the thing that makes sure that even though he has the contradiction, it's like it's the proof basically that he's right. The incontrovertible evidence where when other people be like, well, I know 10 good people. I know 1,000 good people. I know all these other evidences of things that as to where humanity has bad people, yes, but they also have great people. So, Sensui, you just haven't traveled enough.
Right.
Sensui,
go outside, touch grass.
Touch grass, like actually touch grass.
You've been watching movies too long,
Yeah. Exactly. There's so much that they could do there, which means there's something that he is holding very close that is no matter what they say, I've seen or experienced or have this. Like, in some ways, maybe it's the thing of where it's not that humanity is all bad. It's that potential for evil, that potential for that is something that maybe he lives. He sees it, and he's maybe fostered it to its potential to where he now knows, oh, every human has that. That thing there that I've fostered within myself to test it,
that
is their
true state.
That is the true state of humanity.
Right.
And I really, really want this to be the thing here. I want this to be what it is. I want the reveal to be that Sensui understands the true nature of humanity as a species. And that was when he was going to go and slaughter demons and stuff.
Right, and he saw them doing all the torture and barbaric things and stuff. Yeah.
Was the reveal that, oh, wait, demons and humans are the same.
Oh, gotcha.
It's always been the same. There's never been any difference.
But if that were the case, then there
humans are beings that had their power removed from them.
So,
basically,
gotcha.
It's where he's like, you guys are all operating on a false dichotomy here.
Well, because there would need to be some distinction because otherwise he wouldn't actually have any.
No. Obviously, but the idea if all humans came from demons, then it's the thing of where humans are just unevolved demons or devolved demons.
Sure, and now I'm going to, by bringing the demons here, reset the world to your natural habitat.
Exactly.
So that way you can
demons were always meant to be here. You guys are some twisted spawn off of, something. And that could be cool because that's a new framework upon which I think the show has been kind of hinting at a little bit.
Right. Regardless of whether or not they defeat Sensui here, unless Koenma can do some bullshit with his pacifier removed, the portal is going to happen. Open. The only question is whether anything above B-class demons get through.
Right. Yeah.
Having B-class demons come through en masse, that is going to change the world. Right. It will not be the same after this.
In a non-literal and literal way, the bridge between humans and demons is going to be established. So, good luck, humanity.
Good luck, humanity.
Good luck.
One last thing that I have to say about this episode that it sort of made me think of is I love how Togashi has been setting up all of these crazy powers for his antagonists that the heroes need to go up against. And he doesn't break his own rules that he sets up. He definitely has them get one-upped in things, but the sanctity of the things that the antagonists could do is held, right?
Yeah.
Game Master was, you could not actually beat his game, you had to beat him in the game.
Right.
With Toguro, no, he got to the point where you cannot actually kill him. Right? The confidence that he had was justified because he is not going to die.
Right.
That did not change.
Yeah.
He's just taken care of, right?
I loved how pissed off Sensui was at this whole thing, as he was like, fuck, that was supposed to take at least 20 minutes. He did it in 5.
Right. Exactly.
Like, Itsuki, I guess we're gonna fight. And then it's like, all right. And then they kind of do their little Henry Cavill, like,
yeah. Like, that's the kind of shit that makes it so that when these kinds of complicated situations and systems for the characters and the conflicts are set up, I can still be interested in them because they are sacred. They are not going to be thrown to the side. Sniper did not get beaten by Yusuke because of course he wouldn't be, right? That's not how it would work, you know.
Sniper lost because he was looking down the scope for too long.
Exactly.
And didn't look around.
Right.
And the fucking ninja came around and...
His logic was sound, but, you know, he didn't have all the information, right? So, you know, I love it. I love it.
Now, we do have a little bit of the, you know, protagonist watching on the sidelines while the fight's going on. But if Kurama's just going to win, why not just wait a minute or two and then we'll fight all of them together?
Well, and also because this is a battle of ideology, now Sensui has to own up to the fact that, yes, just like I lied to everybody else, I also lied to you. Big surprise. But, you know...
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised how much Itsuki did not think at all of, wait a minute. Am I also being used just like... Now, he might not care. Because there's a possibility...
That's the dynamic I'm most interested to see.
Yeah, there's a possibility that Itsuki's very much in line with everything that Sensui's about, to the point where he's like, oh, I have no value for my own life.
Sure.
Like, I don't care. I always expected to die here. I just wanted to see this gate.
Right.
Like, the gatekeeper wanted to see the ultimate gate be opened.
Right.
And it was like...
Yeah.
Yes, the glorious immolation of the human race.
Right. Sensui told him about his experience at the place, showed him the video and all that stuff, and maybe they went on this journey very much together, you know? Like, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. Now, this is the final boss now. Like, this is happening.
Like, unless Itsuki stands in front of him and is like, all right, I'll, you know, handle this for a bit longer, like, that's what they got to deal with. But also, how are they now going to make Kuwabara actually break the Kakai barrier?
Because
they don't have gourmet.
Don't have gourmet, yeah.
So like, you gotta like
to be Kuwabara.
You know, make him use it and then turn him to hit the thing.
But we theorized specifically that it would be a situation of do it or I'll kill Yusuke. Like,
right.
Like I think that is very much on the table. In fact, I think it is the most likely simple answer, because Kuwabara, I think, would absolutely risk the world for Yusuke. I think Yusuke would beg him not to, and I think Kuwabara would be like,
"Oh man,
sorry, you're
I don't know. I don't know. I watched you die once.
Together.
I won't.
I won't do that again. And also, we'll face them together. We'll do this." But remember, Koenma is on his way too, with potentially a big red button option.
Exactly.
So, let's go. But
one other thing that I thought was kind of interesting is with the chapter Black, the fact that it's playing I always figured that like playing Chapter Black would be this thing that would kind of dominate the scene because it's been built up to be this big thing.
But no, it's just a video.
No, it's just a video. It's playing in the room with everybody there, and they're just not watching it. Like it's just okay, yeah, you
just
know.
Don't look, forehead.
Right, exactly. Don't give it too much power over you, and hey, there you go. You know.
Right. See, that's the thing. They didn't listen to the binaural beats at the beginning of the movie that kind of lulls you into the state where you're able to receive the brainwashing.
Being tied with forced open eyelids to to need to see the whole thing or
see it multiple times.
Sure.
But yeah. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.